Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bob Creighton, and in recent years I've had the privilege of providing the commentary to our New York Tartan Day Parade. Now, normally at this time on Parade Day, I would be on top of an open deck bus with my wife Hilary, parked just outside Radio City Music Hall. We would be looking down 6th Avenue towards 45th for the beginning of our parade, led so magnificently each year by the horses from New York City's Police Department Mounted Unit. On each side of 6th Avenue, the sidewalks would be lined with thousands of flag-waving supporters and lovers of all things Scottish. And looking north, we would see the Grand Marshal's bus at the 55th and 6th crossover. You know, we've had some of Scotland's finest as Grand Marshals. The late and much-loved Sean Connery, world-renowned actors such as Brian Cox, Alan Cumming and Kevin McKidd. And who wasn't enthralled in 2019 watching the inimitable and unforgettable Billy Connolly? Goodness, and that's before we get to people like Sam Hukin and Graham McTavish of Outlander fame. Of course, that's only a small selection, but it does speak to the wonderful support our annual celebration has always enjoyed. Well, the parade wasn't to happen in 2020, and sadly it wasn't to happen again this year. But there are signs of a brighter future ahead, and we are already making plans for the very, very best parade ever in 2022. This year we have received good wishes from so many people on both sides of the Atlantic, and we would like to pay tribute to all our friends and supporters with a short slideshow to share these greetings with you all. For my part, I will do my best to say a few words about each of our friends who has joined us today. But before we start, here is a word from a very special guest.
Hi everyone, Katie here. Happy Tartan Week! 3 years ago, I was the first ever female Grand Marshal to lead the Tartan Day Parade up 6th Avenue. It was one of my most memorable moments of my life. It was just absolutely fantastic. And hopefully next year Manhattan will be filled with the sound of pipes. But this year, enjoy the virtual 2021 Tartan Day Parade. And to celebrate, check out Alan Cumming and I doing a version of the brilliant Diggy McLean's Caledonia in the link below. Lots of love.
Thank you for that, Katie. You were an absolutely splendid Grand Marshal, and it's lovely to hear from you today. Thanks again. So without further ado, let the virtual parade begin. And leading our parade this year is the New York Caledonian Club Pipe Band. Founded in 2016, they've been regulars at our parade ever since. They're made up of members of the New York Caledonian Club and the New York Scottish Pipes and Drums, and they're the only Scottish pipe band in Manhattan. In addition to playing at Caledonian Club events, you will also see them at the Long Island Scottish Festival, and also at various bird suppers across the city. So a big welcome to the New York Caledonian Club Pipe Band, and thanks for joining us again this year. And let's give a big thank you to the National Tartan Day New York Committee. This team works tirelessly throughout the year to help make today happen, and it's made up of representatives from the St Andrews Society of the State of New York, and they're represented by Leslie Denninger, and we wish Leslie a speedy recovery after a fall a few weeks ago. We hope she's well on the mend now. It's also made up of the New York Caledonian Club, represented by Kyle Dawson, the president of the parade, and by the American Scottish Foundation's president Camilla Hellman. And last but not least, we have the Clan Campbell Society of North America and Lebby Campbell. And a big thank you to all of you for everything that you do. Thank you very much indeed. And it's lovely to see Ken McIntosh, the presiding officer at the Scottish Parliament, with us again today. You know, Ken's been a regular at our parade, and it's always wonderful to see him. Ken will actually be stepping down from his role and leaving Parliament, and he's been in the Scottish Parliament since devolution in 1999. So he'll be leaving at the elections in May, and we wish him well. So thank you for your service to Scotland and for your support for us over the years, Ken. We look forward to seeing you joining us again in your new roles in the future. So thank you for that, and good luck. It's also lovely to have the opportunity to welcome and recognise our friends and colleagues from the Scottish Government Office in DC. Let me make special mention of Joni Smith, Rory Heatherley and Bex Norris. They are Scotland's ambassadors in North America, and they do a wonderful job throughout the year. A big thank you to them all for their service, and thank you for being here with us today. In next to our virtual parade today, we have our friends from Scotland's National Tourism Agency, Visit Scotland. The regulars at our parade, and it's always lovely to see Noelle Campbell and her colleagues. We're looking forward very, very much to getting together again in 2022. The current theme at Visit Scotland is absence makes the heart grow fonder, and don't they have that message just absolutely spot on. If you're anything like us, you'll be looking forward very, very much to getting together with loved ones and friends in Scotland in the not too distant future. And if you are planning a trip, can I encourage you to have a look at their excellent website, www.visitscotland.com. It really is first class. So thanks Noel, and thanks to everyone at Visit Scotland for joining us today. Founded in 1756, the St Andrews Society of the State of New York is known for its charitable giving and scholarships. It's also the oldest charitable institution in the state of New York, and they run regular events throughout the year to help fund their mission. I'd like to thank David Murphy, the 103rd President, for joining us today, and also a big thank you to Leslie Denninger, who is the Society's representative on the National Tartan Day Committee. So thanks to the St Andrews Society of the State of New York for everything they do, and thanks for joining us today. Here's another parade favourite, the New York Caledonian Club. And what a rich history this organisation has. Founded in 1856, it fielded the 79th Regiment in the Civil War. In fact, it was the only kilted troops in the American Armed Forces. So they don't fight so much nowadays, but my goodness do they have brilliant ceilidhs. And membership in the New York Caledonian Club is open to the world. So in fact, to anyone with an interest in Scotland. So a big shout out then to Lorraine Bell, the organisation's 84th Chief, and also to Kyle Dawson and Marty Doris, who do so much on the National Tartan Day Committee to help make today happen. So thank you to you all, and wonderful to have you with us again this year. And warmest congratulations to our good friends at the American Scottish Foundation, who are celebrating their 65th anniversary this year. The American Scottish Foundation has a long and rich history with the Tartan Day Parade. In fact, it was former President Alan Bain who organised and led the first Tartan Day Parade in 1999, and we always look back with great appreciation to Alan for that. Today the organisation is led by Camilla Hellman, who does such a wonderful job for the Foundation as well as for the Tartan Day Parade Committee. So thank you, Camilla, and thank you to the American Scottish Foundation for being with us again today. And here we have the Clan Campbell Society of North America. Originating in Argyllshire in Scotland in the 1200s, the Campbells are now one of the largest Highland clans. They've been regulars at our parade for many, many years, and it's always wonderful to see them. The clan seats at Inverary Castle, and if you ever get the opportunity, I would encourage you to visit. It really is it's a beautiful, beautiful castle. I'd like to pay special mention here to Lebby Campbell from the Clan Campbell Society, who is their representative on the National Tartan Day Committee, for all of her hard work. Thank you very much, Lebby, and thanks to the Clan Campbell Society of North America for joining us today. Clan Kincaid is another organisation with deep historical links in Scotland. Originating in Stirlingshire, their roots go back to the era of Lennox in the 12th century. We're delighted to welcome the Clan and the Clan Kincaid Association International this year, and we look forward to getting together again with you in 2020. We're very happy to welcome Clan Mingus and the Mingus Clan Society to our parade again today. The name Mingus is believed to have originated in Mesnier near Rouen in France, and like many other Scottish clans, Clan Mingus has deep, deep Norman origins. The motto is "With God I shall," and they're regulars at our parade, so thank you, Clan Mingus. Clan Bell is another with a rich history, having settled in the southwest of Scotland in the 12th century. Today there are over 30 branches of the clan across North America, and we should acknowledge the hard work of Clan Bell Society in helping support the clan activities today. They're regulars at a parade, and it's wonderful to have them with us again today, so thank you, Clan Bell. Clan Buchanan can trace its chieftain line back to the provincial king of North Ulster in the 11th century, and today it is one of the largest clans worldwide with over 4 million members. I'd like to thank in particular the Clan Buchanan Society International for its hard work across the United States and beyond. The clan seat is in Caledonia, the beautiful Trossachs town in Stirlingshire, and the clan motto is hence the brighter honour. Thank you, Clan Buchanan. The St Andrews Society of Albany has been providing fellowship and service to the region since their foundation in 1803, when 41 Scots gathered at the Tontine Coffee House in the city of Albany. Their motto is relieve the distressed, and their creed is fair song dear, to do so without speaking. It's a very humble but inspirational organisation, and it's our pleasure to welcome them again this year. They've been regulars at our parade, and it's lovely to see them as always. Thank you. Founded in 1657, the Scots Charitable Society, Boston, is the oldest charitable organisation still in existence in the Western Hemisphere. Today the Society is continuing to do wonderful work providing academic scholarships and financial support for individuals and families in need. It's lovely to have the Scots Charitable Society with us again today, and we send our very best wishes to everyone associated with the organisation. And a very warm New York welcome to the Derting Jarrell squad from Shetland. Now, this is an absolutely brilliant and fun group, and they have been blessing us with their attendance for the last few years. It's a wonderful spectacle in 6th Avenue, seeing this group of Vikings marching north. They celebrate their Viking heritage every January with their famous Up Helliar festival in Shetland. It's a festival that's never postponed because of the weather, and I'm told that no strong drink is ever taken. So it's one of the most popular and colourful groups at our parade every year, and it's lovely to see them, and we look forward to seeing them in person again next year. Many of our American friends will know Shetland through the excellent and eponymous TV series, but of course there is much more to the islands and murder and intrigue. In addition to bringing us the annual Viking Heritage Celebration, Up Helliar, the Shetlands are islands of opportunity. I would encourage you to visit the Promote Shetland website and see why it's such a great place to visit, live, work, study and invest. So check out www.shetland.org, and thanks for joining us this year. It was great to have an opportunity to say a few words about our friends from Scot Week in California. Founded in 2020, their mission is to highlight and promote creativity, education, culture and charity across the Scottish community. Every April, Scot Week will be hosting a programme of events around Scottish culture and excellence. This year's virtual events kick off next week. We have an absolutely fantastic programme lined up, and I would encourage you to visit the site at www.scotweek.com. Thank you, Scot Week. The Carnegie Corporation of New York is an absolutely fantastic grant-making foundation, investing in knowledge that inspires informed action in democracy, education and international peace. And they've been doing that since 1911. We have so many wonderful memories of the many Carnegie delegations, named after that famous Scotsman Andrew, who have joined us in past parades. They are the very best possible partners, and we look forward to getting together with them again in 2022. And it's great to have the Scotland shop with us again this year. Founded in 2002 by Anna White, the shop specialises in making clothing and interior products in your own clan or family tartan. All of the fabrics are woven in Scotland, and we have a flagship store in Edinburgh which I'd really encourage you to visit. Scotland Shop made its first trip to New York City and to our parade in 2019 when they had an incredibly popular pop-up store at the Algonquin Hotel. So thanks again for joining us this year, Anna, and we look forward to seeing you and your colleagues in 2022 in New York. Established in 1789, the Alexander Robertson School has deep connections to the Scottish American community. It was founded by the largely Scottish congregation of the Second Presbyterian Church to educate the children of farmers and common folk to become engaged citizens in the new republic. I absolutely love the school's motto, empowerment through education. So thank you to everyone associated with the Alexander Robertson School. We love having you at the parade, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. The Monroe School of Highland Dance are great supporters of our parade, and it's really wonderful to have them back with us today. The school provides lessons for students of all levels, ages and backgrounds, and they're taught by champion Highland dancer Kendra Monroe. So if you've ever considered taking up Highland dance and live in the vicinity of New York City, check out the school's Facebook page and contact Kendra. Thanks again to the Monroe School of Highland Dance. We look forward to seeing you all in 2022. Walker's Shortbreads has been one of our most valued sponsors for many years. Established over 100 years ago when Joseph Walker first began baking shortbread in the Speyside village of Aberlour, today his grandchildren and great-grandchildren continue that wonderful tradition. The name Walker's is recognised as a mark of excellence the world over. It's a true Scottish classic. And by the way, they now offer a line of gluten-free shortbread, if that's what takes your fancy. So to everyone at Walker's, and especially to our friends at Walker's Shortbread in Howbridge, New York, thank you so much for your support. All the very best. And coming up next, we have the Whiskey Kiss Killie Band, all the way from Edinburgh and Glasgow. The band really is first class and includes 2 BBC Young Traditional Musician of the Year finalists. It's a traditional Killie band, and they are the only ones to have ever had an iTunes #1 topping charts from Europe to the Americas. So thanks again for joining us this year. We're looking forward to seeing you in person in 2022. And it's lovely to welcome back our friends from Stevens and Graham in Glasgow. A family business, it started in 1947 by Grandpa Graham. They make the world's largest authentic hand tartan woven wool carpets, and they've produced over 140 designs to date. So a big thank you to Edward Hillman and all our friends at Stevens and Graham for joining us again this year. We look forward to seeing you in 2022. And here's another band that's becoming a parade regular, the Pipes and Drums of NH Scott. Now, a relatively new band that was founded in 2018, but they're already making their mark and winning awards and accolades across the North East. They're certainly a band to keep an eye on for the future, and it's wonderful to have them here again with us today. What a great organisation we have in NH Scott, one of the busiest and important organisations in New England. In addition to their games in September, NH Scott has a busy programme throughout the year. They are genuinely a four-season organisation. Their annual festival is the highlight in the calendar, and it features world-class championship competitions in athletics, piping, drumming and dancing. It's absolutely wonderful entertainment. So we're all looking forward, with fingers crossed, to join all our friends at beautiful Loon Mountain later this year. And before I go, a big shout out to Terry, Lois, Amy and Bonnie for all their hard work, making sure the annual games and every other event in the calendar is as perfect as it can be. So thanks again to our friends at NH Scott, and looking forward to seeing you in 2020. Clan McGilvery members can be found around the world today, and every one of them can trace their heritage back to the time of the Vikings and the emergence of the Lord of the Isles in the 12th century in Scotland. It's a clan that suffered major losses at Culloden, and a stone now marks the spot on the moor inscribed, "Well of the dead, here the chief of the McGilveries fell." So it's a clan with a long and noble history, and it's an absolute honour to have them with us today. And thank you to the Clan McGilvery Society for their tireless work throughout the year. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. And here's another clan we love seeing every year, Clan MacLaren. Now the MacLarens are a great ancient Scottish clan with a history dating back 1,000 years and more. So it's a great honour to have them with us this year and every year, and we're looking forward very much to seeing the MacLaren family members again in 2022. And it's lovely to link up with the Stuart Society from Edinburgh this year. Now, this is an exceptional membership organisation dedicated to preserving the history of the Stuarts and supporting the worldwide family of Stuarts. They have an absolutely tremendous library at their headquarters in Edinburgh, and they have a great magazine and newsletter. So if you're a Stuart, I would encourage you to connect with the lovely people at the Society. And let's hope in 2022 the Stuart Society will be able to join us in 6th Avenue. Clan Donaghey, which translates to the Children of Duncan, is another Scottish clan with a long and illustrious history, having emerged from the union of the Scots and the Picts. The first chief of the clan, Duncan, fought alongside Robert the Bruce at Bannockburn, and that produced a wee result, as they say. So it's a pleasure and an honour every year to welcome the Donagheys to march with us, and we look forward very much to seeing them all in 2022. It's lovely to see the Clan MacLeod again with us, and Clan MacLeod, they originate from the northwest region of Scotland, the Highlands and Islands, and especially around Skye. It's a worldwide clan with active societies in 10 countries. If you've never had the chance, try and visit Dunvegan Castle in Skye sometime and look at the wonderful fairy flag that's on display. It's said to have originated as a gift from the fairies to an infant MacLeod chieftain. Well, I believe it, and so do the many Clan MacLeod Society members across the US. So thanks to them, and thanks to William MacLeod for connecting with us again. We look forward to seeing you all in 2022. It's an absolute pleasure to reconnect with our friends from Clan MacFarlane Society. You know, the late and much loved Affy MacFarlane Poirier proudly carried the MacFarlane banner for many, many years at our parade. He's gone now, but Affy will always be with us in spirit. MacFarlane's occupied the lands around the western shore of Loch Lomond, in the vicinity of Loch Lomond and Loch Long in the parish of Arica. They're descended from the ancient Earls of Lennox, and they're particularly remembered, especially by their neighbours the Cahoons, for their nighttime cattle rustling. Now, there's not much cattle rustling going on during COVID, so we are particularly delighted to have the clan with us today, and in fact at every parade. So we look forward to seeing Diane MacFarlane and all her colleagues and all her friends at Clan MacFarlane Society in 2022. And it's welcome back to another dear friend of the parade, Clan Boyd and the House of Boyd Society. Now the Boyds are a lowland clan from the Ayrshire region, and they've got first reference made to them was in the 1200s, so they've got a long and proud history. So Robert Boyd was a strong supporter of King Robert the Bruce and was one of the commanders at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314. It's a particular honour to have them with us this year, and every year, and we look forward to seeing Melanie Gustin and all our friends at the House of Boyd Society in 2020. Clan and Drummer is known as a tribal band, and they hail from my own hometown in Glasgow. The name is appropriately Scots Gaelic for Children of the Drum. The band have joined us in parades gone by and performed to enthusiastic audiences at our post-parade parties. They're absolutely brilliant and a really exciting audience, so we look forward to seeing them again in 2022, and it's lovely to have them with us today. Clan Clough first marched with us in 2018, and it's wonderful to have them back with us again today. Now, Clough is a very, very ancient and distinguished name with Anglo-Saxon origins. The Cloughs picked William's winning team at the Battle of Hastings in 1066, and the rest, as I say, is history. The clan has been going from strength to strength since then. So it's an honour and a privilege to have the clan with us again today. I'd like to thank Sandra Mays for reconnecting, and we look forward to seeing Sandra and Clan Clough members in 2022. Next up in the virtual parade today we have the Scottish Society of Charleston, South Carolina. Founded in 1971, the aim of the organisation is to honour and keep Scottish heritage and customs alive in the state through Scottish games and many, many other activities. So well done to everyone involved with this excellent society, and thank you for joining us this year. And a big thank you in particular to Kristen Peake and to Lebby Campbell. Now, to both of them for their Scottish Society of Charleston work, and to Lebby also for her work on the National Tartan Day Committee. Thanks so much, Lebby. And here's another new friend of the parade this year, the Scottish Textiles Showcase. Now the showcase is run by Kitty Mackenzie, and Kitty is also a private textiles guide in Edinburgh, taking visitors to the borders to immerse them in Scotland's living textile heritage. So next time you're in Scotland, make a point of visiting the Scottish Textiles Showcase. It's right in the heart of Edinburgh, and it's lovely to have them with us this year, and we hope we can actually welcome them in person and welcome Kitty to 6th Avenue next year. So thank you. The University of Aberdeen is one of Scotland's great ancient universities. Founded in 1495, it is the country's third oldest. Today the university has over 4,000 former students living in the US, and there are some 300 in the New York area alone. So it's a particular pleasure this year and every year to welcome Fiona Urquhart and her fellow former students from Aberdeen University and members of the New York Alumni Chapter. So thank you for joining us this year, Fiona, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2022. The University of Edinburgh is another one of the great ancient Scottish universities. It is a tradition of excellence in education dating right back to its foundation in 1583, and today it is a wonderful achievement to be numbered in one of the top 20 universities in the world. Famous alumni include Charles Darwin, David Hume, Alexander Graham Bell, 20 Nobel Prize winners, and many, many more. We've been privileged over the years to have many members of the Alumni Club, the New York Alumni Club, join us. I'd like to thank Michaela Spencer and all her colleagues for their support over the years. We wish you well and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. And next up in our virtual parade today are our very good friends from Edinburgh Napier University. Edinburgh Napier was established as a university in 1994, but its roots go back many hundreds of years in Scotland. Today it's over 13,000 students worldwide. We have a very, very active alumni group in New York, and they've been great supporters of our parade over the years. So a big thank you to Mia McDougall and all her colleagues and fellow graduates. We look forward to welcoming Edinburgh Napier back in 2022 and to celebrating the spirit of the university on 6th Avenue. Greetings to the Caledonian Highlanders Pipe and Drum Band. Now this is a band from the Fingers Lake region in upstate New York. Founded in 1969, band members are all volunteers who enjoy the tradition and glory of Scottish and Irish music. They've been with us in the past, and we look forward very much to rejoining and reconnecting in 2022. So best wishes to the Caledonian Highlanders Pipe and Drum Band members, and see you on 6th Avenue next year. Creative Circle is possibly one of the most exciting new parade connections to come out of Scotland in recent years. It's a collaboration of performing arts and performing artists, and they're planning to bring original Scottish theatre direct to the Big Apple. We had actually hoped to join the parade last year, but sadly that wasn't to happen, and of course it couldn't happen again this year. But we're looking forward very much, and we're really excited to see them in 2022, when we look forward to welcoming them to our parade and to 6th Avenue. So good luck and best wishes to our friends at Creative Circle. And here we have another new friend of the parade this year, the Gordon School of Dancing, direct from Montrose, Angus, Scotland. The school, which is located in the wonderfully named Rainbow Studio in Montrose, is internationally known, teaching classes for boys and girls over the age of 2, right through examination, competition, up to professional standards. It's lovely to hear from them this year, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to welcome the school and some of your dancers on 6th Avenue in New York. You know, it's rare we have a group of friends that show up as consistently as the friends of Ian Finlayson and Michael Haskell. This group has been with us for years, and they're always tremendous fun. They're a mix of folk from Brooklyn and Edinburgh, and they really are a fun bunch who describe themselves with tongue-in-cheek as friends, genial drinkers, rollers of dice, and provers of points that need proving. And they're all the very, very best of folk. So it's great to see you again this year, and we look forward very much to welcoming again the friends of Ian Finlayson and Michael Haskell to our parade in 2022. So we may call it football in Scotland, but in this country it's known as soccer, and the Scots American Athletic Club hold the record for being the longest continuous soccer club in the United States. Based in Caledonia, New Jersey, they have about 250 members in total, and are growing every year. The Carney has strong connections with Scotland going back to 1875 when the Clark Thread Company of Paisley built huge mills in Carney and brought in thousands of Scots. Some of them went on to be great footballers, and they won a barrel load of trophies including the American, the New Jersey State Cup and the Lewis Cup. It's wonderful to have the Carney Scots Club and the Scots American Athletic Club with us at the parade every year, and we wish all the members well. Looking forward to seeing them in 2022. And greetings to our new friends at Johnny Walker Princes Street in Edinburgh. Now, Johnny Walker's Princes Street will be opening this summer, and it's promising a stunning new whisky experience for locals and visitors alike. The attraction, which spans 8 floors, will feature rooftop bars, private dining rooms, modern sensory tasting rooms, personalised tours and tasting experiences, and live performance areas. The new centre will also tell the 200-year story of the world's best-selling Scotch and the history of whisky in Scotland. We'll do that through a multi-sensory and immersive visitor experience. It really is going to become one of the landmarks and must-do visits when we're in Scotland, and congratulations to everyone at Johnny Walker for helping make this happen. We look forward to seeing you in Edinburgh, and we look forward to seeing you in our parade in the years to come. And thank you to the Hoosac School for their very kind greetings. Founded as an Episcopal Church school in 1889, Hoosac is a co-educational preparatory school in the town of Hoosac, New York. It's been committed to providing a well-rounded boarding school experience for over 130 years now, and today the school averages about 200 students from over 31 countries. It's wonderful to have them with us this year, and we look forward to welcoming them all to our parade on 6th Avenue in years to come. And next up in our parade today are the Skytop Highland Dancers. Now, this group is named after the famous lookout point at Mohonk on the southern border of the Catskill Mountains, just west of the Hudson River in New York State. The Highland Dancers in question are New York City-based Kendra Monroe, now there's a name we've heard before, and Emily Ritter. They're incredibly popular dancers here in the Northeast. As certified Highland dance teachers and Premier level champion dancers, these two ladies love sharing their passion for this very demanding but beautiful Scottish art. So a big thank you to Kendra and Emily for all they're doing, and we look forward to seeing you in person again in 2022. And now to another school of dancing, but this time direct from the northeast of Scotland. The Lindsay School of Dancing began in the mid-70s, and they've been putting young dancers through their paces ever since. They do a wonderful job teaching ballet, tap, modern, jazz, point and Highland. We were actually hoping to welcome 20 dancers from the school to our parade this year, but it wasn't to be. Next year we hope. So thank you to the Lindsay School of Dancing for reaching out and connecting with us. We look forward very much to meeting you and all of your dancers on 6th Avenue in 2022. And very warm greetings and a warm welcome to the fans of the band who gave new meaning to the wearing of the tartan, the Bay City Rollers. Having emerged in Scotland from the 1960s, the Rollers became one of the most successful bands to come out of the country, selling over 120 million records worldwide. So a big thank you to Susan Rostron and all our fellow fans for reaching out to us this year, and we look forward to seeing you dressed in your own unique tartan in the 2022 parade. So thanks Susan, and good luck to all the Roller fans. And welcome to another new friend of the parade this year, Kintyre Gin, all the way from Scotland. Named for the hill of the Wild Boar, the highest point in Kintyre, Bine & Two Distillers has been producing award-winning craft gin since 2017. And they have a brilliant tagline, "Distill to leave a legacy." So that's Kintyre Gin for you. On your next trip to Scotland, make a point of visiting Kintyre, take a tour and pick up your own bottle in the distillery store. So thanks very much for joining us today. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. Now here's a group that claims to be not your average university society. Well, they're exactly what they say on the label. Glasgow and Strathclyde University Officers Training Corps is an Army Reserve unit that recruits exclusively from university students across the Glasgow region of Scotland. So it's great to have you with us today, and looking forward to seeing you march down 6th Avenue in a future Tartan Day Parade. And good wishes to everyone at Glasgow and Strathclyde University Officers Training Corps. It's a pleasure to reconnect again today with Kaylee Boardman, and Kaylee tells us she hails all the way from Bonnie, Scotland. She's a Highland dancer and a qualified dance teacher, and Kaylee has performed at military, tattoos and Outlander events. She's also danced on TV for the BBC and on the series Outlander. Now, we've been privileged to have Kaylee with us in the past, and we look forward very much to seeing her again in 2022. So all the very best to you, Kaylee, and thanks for joining us again today. And a warm welcome to another old friend of the New York Tartan Day Parade, and that's the Daughters of the American Revolution Knickerbocker chapter. Founded in 1890 and headquartered in Washington DC, the Daughters is open to any woman over 18 regardless of race, religion or background who is a descendant of a patriot of the Revolution. The Knickerbocker chapter has more than 135 members today, and for those of you who are wondering, in the New World a Knickerbocker is a native New Yorker. So a big thank you to Lorraine Bell and all the other daughters in the New York area, and we look forward to seeing you marching up 6th Avenue in 2022. And here's another new friend to the parade, the Argyll Archives, located in Inveraray in Scotland. Now, the Argyll papers have been described as one of the most important private archives in Britain. They form a rich resource for Scottish and British historians spanning the 13th to the 21st century, and they're attracting visitors and researchers from all over the world. So congratulations to all those responsible for maintaining and developing the Argyll Archives, and thanks very much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at a future parade. And greetings to our friends at the Allerdale Wilderness Reserve. Now, Allerdale is 100 square kilometres of rugged mountains, forests, rivers and lochs, and it's located in the heart of the Highlands, just about an hour north of Inverness. Allerdale is also part of National Geographic's Best in the World 6 Places to Rediscover Nature for 2021 and beyond. And there are 4 lodges in the reserve available for booking. So please check it out at www.allerdale.com. And thanks to our friends at the reserve for joining us this year, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. And it's good to reconnect today with our friends from the University of the West of Scotland. Formerly the University of Paisley, there are now 4 campuses in Scotland and another in London serving 17,000 students. And although it's classified as a new university, the University of the West of Scotland has a rich, diverse history inherited from the many institutions that preceded it, reaching right back to the early 19th century. It's a tradition of excellence that continues today, with the UWS named the top young higher education institution in Scotland in the prestigious 2020 World University Rankings. So congratulations to everyone at the university, and we look forward to seeing you in 2022. And here's another good friend of the New York Tartan Day Parade, Heriot-Watt University's Watt Club. Established in 1821 as the world's first mechanics institute, Heriot-Watt got university status in 1966. It now has campuses in the Scottish Borders, Orkney, the United Arab Emirates and Malaysia, and it's serving 31,000 students across the globe. The 2018 International University of the Year, Heriot-Watt's New York alumni have been regulars at the parade, and it's an absolute pleasure to see them again today. So all the very best to the Watt Club, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2022. There was a charter from Pope Nicholas V at the suggestion of King James II that originally added a university to Glasgow Cathedral in 1491. And that makes Glasgow the 4th oldest university in the English-speaking world. Some of its famous alumni include the father of economics, Adam Smith, James Watt of steam engine fame, 7 Nobel laureates and 2 prime ministers. Today the university serves 27,000 students and has 118,000 alumni worldwide. So it's great to see our friends from the University of Glasgow alumni, and we look forward to seeing them very much again next year. And greetings to our final band today, and another Tartan Day Parade favourite, the New York University Pipes and Drums. Serving the community of NYU in Greenwich Village since 1989, this is a band that has played at some wonderful venues including Yankee Stadium, Carnegie Hall and Madison Square Garden. So it's great to see you all again today and roll on 2022 when we can see James Felder and his fellow bandmates marching up 6th Avenue. Thanks very much and all the very best. And great to hear from another New York Tartan Day Parade favourite, Nessie and Friends. Now Nessie's been famous at Loch Ness since the time of St Columba in the 6th century. She became world famous after various sightings in the 1930s. Every April she makes an annual pilgrimage across the Atlantic to reunite with her New York friends and take part in our New York Tartan Day Parade. Not this year though. Nessie's taking COVID precautions and is social distancing, and quite right too. So great to hear from you, Nessie, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2022. Scotland is home to about 18 different dog breeds, and we have been blessed with many of them in past parades. Everything from Hebridean hunting hounds to wee Highland warriors. Dr. Kate Waters and her beautiful wolfhounds have also been regulars at our parade, and it's a great pleasure to have them with us again today. And these magnificent dogs are a fitting way to end our parade. A breed with a heritage not unlike our own, deeply rooted in the lands of the Celts. So thank you, Kate, and thank you to your wonderful wolfhounds. They bring so much pleasure to so many every year. See you all again in 2022. Well folks, as we bid farewell to the wolfhounds, that also brings us to the end of our virtual parade today. To everyone who joined us, well-wishers and visitors alike, thank you for all you do to help make the New York Tartan Day Parade the wonderful event that it is. And as I say cheerio, let's look forward to 2022 and to gathering in 6th Avenue with friends and family once again to celebrate our love for Scotland in their own special way. It promises to be the very best New York Tartan Day Parade ever. Thanks everyone, take care and stay well.
Happy Tartan Day 2021 everyone. Sorry we can't be with you, we're here on Loch Etive near Oban. The Atlantic Ocean is that way. Me and my wife Charlie will see you in New York 2022. It's going to be a homecoming year. Charlie's wearing her New York City tartan. Can't wait to see you guys for big hugs.
See you guys soon.
See you soon.
You got the passports?
Got the passports, let's go.
Got snacks?
Got snacks.
Let's go.